Hey, Hal here. This is a brief preview of match day. Today is Tuesday, June the 23rd. This is a preview of the game between the DR Congo, the Leopards, versus Colombia. This will be the second game by the Leopards and the second game by Colombia in the group. They will both have one game left to play. The next game for the Leopards will be against Uzbekistan, and the next game for Colombia will be against Portugal. I'm making an assessment today that I believe mirrors the way the technical staff of the two teams may be viewing this match. For DR Congo, this match today is more urgent. For Colombia, it feels more like an opportunity to take control of the group. So for both teams, there is urgency, though different levels of urgency. Let me give you the context, the current situation. Portugal has just played its second game, which it won. So Portugal has 4 points. Colombia have 3 points from its victory over Uzbekistan. DR Congo has 1 point and Uzbekistan has 0 points after 2 games. With Portugal already on 4 points, the race for the second qualification spot may very well be decided by what happens between DR Congo and Colombia later this evening. DR Congo position. A draw is not disastrous, but it creates pressure for DR Congo. If the Leopards draw today, this evening, then DR Congo moves to 2 points. It then must beat Uzbekistan by a wider margin, maybe 4 points, why not 5? In that case, it would finish on 5 points. That may or may not be enough depending on Colombia's remaining results against Portugal, which probably could end in a 1-1 or maybe lose to Portugal or maybe beat Portugal by a goal. A victory today changes everything. A victory by DR Congo changes everything today. That would give DR Congo 4 points. Uzbekistan becomes a must-win opportunity for DR Congo and also Colombia. A victory means that it would give the Leopards 7 points. If DR Congo beats Colombia and then beats Uzbekistan, that's 7 points. 7 points almost certainly sends them through to the second round. Therefore, from DR Congo's perspective, a draw keeps hope alive, but a win puts qualification largely in their own hands. That would be the ideal outcome for them tonight. They must beat Colombia. If Colombia beats DRC Leopards, then Colombia moves to 6 points, and then qualification becomes highly likely before facing Portugal. That will be a determining factor. If Colombia draws, then they get 4 points, and then Portugal match becomes a much more urgent game for them to win. If Colombia loses today, the group becomes wide open between DR Congo and Colombia. This is why Colombia will not approach this game conservatively. They must want to win this game to secure their place. Now, let's talk about the strengths of the two teams. Defensive organization for DR Congo, we all know about it. Against Portugal, the Leopards were outstanding. The 5-man defensive line worked beautifully. Cristiano Ronaldo was largely neutralized. Portugal struggled to create dangerous opportunities. That was not out of luck. That was tactical discipline by DR Congo players. Physicality. One thing African teams increasingly bring to the World Cup is their athleticism. The Leopards win duels, recover quickly, cover ground, compete physically. This troubled Portugal. It can also trouble Colombia as well. Team unity. Unlike some teams built around one superstar, DR Congo plays a collective game. It's a team focus. The defensive line and midfield and attack often move together for DR Congo. The weaknesses that DR Congo brings to the match is the finishing. This remains the biggest concern for them. The Leopards generated opportunities against Portugal. They should arguably have scored more goals. Against elite teams, chances are limited. If you waste too many of them, the punishment usually comes to haunt you later. Ask Senegal and ask Ivory Coast. Creativity in the final third. The midfield, DR Congo midfield was excellent defensively against Portugal. The question is whether it can consistently create enough clear chances. The final pass sometimes remains missing. Now, Colombia, what are their strengths? Technical quality. Colombia is one of the most technically gifted teams outside of Europe and South America's traditional giants. Their midfield typically excels at possession, combinations, movement, ball retention. Attacking creativity, another quality of the Colombia team. Colombia often creates chances from multiple sources. They are not dependent on a single player. That makes them difficult to defend. Experience. Many Colombian players have extensive experience in World Cups, Copa America, European competition. They understand tournament football. Colombia's weakness is physical battles. If DR Congo turns this into a physical contest, then Colombia may become uncomfortable. Portugal discovered this the hard way. Defensive vulnerability under pressure for Colombia. When pressed aggressively, Colombia can occasionally make mistakes playing out from the back. That could be an opportunity for the Leopards. What must DRC Congo do to win? Repeat the Portugal blueprint. Why change something that worked? Maintain defensive discipline, compact spacing, collective movement. Stay patient. The biggest mistake would be chasing the game early. Colombia wants space. DR Congo must remain organized. Be ruthless. DR Congo must become ruthless. This may be the difference in this game. The Leopards may only get 3 or maybe 4 chances, perhaps 5, who knows. They must convert. Do not miss unnecessarily. Another point, win the midfield battle. DR Congo must win the midfield battle. This is where the game could be decided. Against Portugal, DR Congo surprised many observers by controlling critical midfield spaces despite having less possession. The same formula can work again. Just don't give Colombia too much possession. It worked against Portugal, but it might not work against Colombia. So what must Colombia do to win? Move the ball quickly. Slow possession will favor DR Congo. Fast circulation can pull defenders out of position. Stretch the defense. The Leopards' 5-man backline becomes strongest when compact. Colombia must force them wider by moving the ball faster. And then Colombia must score first. This is critical. A DR Congo team protecting a lead becomes very difficult to break down. Key tactical battles. The game may come down to one question: possession